How you people doing today? I just want to share a couple things that I've went through with people being rude in public. I'm just gonna get right into it. I was in Menards one day and I'm getting ready to get a key made. I wanted to get a key made. So I walk up to one of the Menards workers. Or was it Home Depot? Maybe I was in Home Depot. I walk up to the worker and I asked him, can he make a key for me? He said, the key machine down right now. He said, wait a minute, maybe it's not down. I said, okay. Then he said, you know what? I think it's down. Why don't you go, hold on for a second. Maybe somebody can fix it. So I'm like, okay. Then he come back. He said, no, it ain't working. I think he just didn't feel like making the key. He said, why don't you go ahead on up the street and make you a key? I said, man, you had me standing here like 20 minutes though. He said, yeah, but you happy to go on up the street and make a key. And I felt disrespected. I saw Michael, something on his shirt. I remember this was years ago. And before I knew it, I kind of blew up. I'm like, man, dude, I think you talking to Mikey? I whoop your. I threatened him and I was following him through the store. He was walking, trying to get away from me. And I'm following him through the store. And the other Home Depot, before that, back up, before I blew up, I said, man, let me talk to your manager. He said, I am the manager. And that's when I blew up because I felt he was being so disrespectful and dismissive to a paying customer. And I said, man, who you think you talking to? And I'm following them through the store, cussing them out. Man, I'll take you, whoop your, man, you want to step outside with me? Now, other Home Depot employees, I caught their attention at this time and they standing there, they laughing. And one of them had told me that he was just like that with a lot of people. He was just rude with a lot of people. And I was just one of the only ones that kind of stood up to him and told them how I felt. So they was laughing as if they was glad that I was talking to them like that. And that gave me fuel. So I kept going. And I had my girl with me at the time. And thinking back on the whole situation, that was about 15 years ago. So I'm a totally different person now. Had I encountered the same person like that now, I wouldn't react the same. I would just say, okay. I would walk away. I wouldn't even stand there 20 minutes while he decide whether or not he's going to make the key. So I'd have just left. And that's my Home Depot story, y'all. But I do have another story. What's my other story here? I got another story for y'all. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Another Home Depot story. Now, this happened a couple times, and this was recently. And I said next time this happens to me, I'm going to just start recording and see how they feel about that. I don't know if this ever happened to any of you guys, but have it ever happened? You walk into a place of business, store, and somebody say, and you walk up to an employee, one of the workers in the store, a Home Depot, Menards, or whatever big box or whatever store you in, and you ask for assistance, and they looking at their phone or they distracted and they looking at something else. They looking down and you standing there. Like, can you give me the respect of looking at me? People, I'm a patron of this business. So if we didn't shop here, the store wouldn't make money. You wouldn't have a job. So could you give me the respect of looking at me when I ask you for something? So the brother looking down and this particular guy. And so I stand there. He's still looking down. So now I'm like, dude. And that's when he look up. And I asked him where whatever I was looking for, the refrigerators or whatever I was looking for. And he showed me where they were, even though he was rude about it. But had it been 15 years ago, I'd have probably reacted a little different. But I just said, okay. And I went on my way. But I don't understand why people do some of the things they do. It's crazy. So that's my second Home Depot story. Another situation of rudeness that really bothers me is when I call somebody, or no, better yet, when somebody calls me and they eat. Why did you call me and you eat? Don't call me while you eat. I've hung up on so many people for doing that. You call me and you smacking and you asking me for something. And if I feel polite, I'll tell you, call me back when you finish eating, and I'll hang up. I've had a couple people say, no, I'm finishing up now. Well, finish up. And I hang up. Whatever it is you want to ask me for, ask me when you finish doing what you're doing. That bothers me, man. Don't do that. Don't call me while you smacking all in my ear. No, I don't like that. It's disrespectful and it's rude. What else? Yeah. It's disrespectful and it's rude. When you call somebody while you're eating, that's just disrespectful. Don't do that. Don't do that. Then you got the other type of people. When you talk to them, my kids used to do this a lot, and they used to, but it's a different type of bothersome when it's your child doing it. When you talk to them and you say something to them and they act like they didn't hear you. Or when it's your child, you can, boy, you heard me, and I'm not gonna repeat myself. But when it's an adult and you say something, they say, huh? Or what'd you say? I just don't say nothing. And then I would say 8 times out of 10, they'll respond. I don't understand why people do some of the things they do. For instance, you may say to somebody, I got that money for you. And they'll say, huh? I won't even repeat myself. And they'll wait a few minutes. And then they'll say, oh, okay, you got that? Yeah, I knew you heard me. I knew you heard me. Don't play like that. People play game. I think it's a form of, when you do that and ask people to repeat themselves, I think that's a form of some type of control, or to let you know that they dominate some type of way to dominate the conversation. To me, it's just petty and childish. It's not dominating anything. It's just petty, and it's a waste of time. I don't understand people in this world, but hey, it is what it is, and that's how just what it is. So yeah, when I was at Home Depot, and that guy, and you can't even look at me while I'm talking to you. That's so disrespectful. You see me talking to you. It's your job, so I don't say nothing. When I walk up to them, I don't say nothing. And they looking down, they looking at their phone, they looking at some paperwork, or they doing what they doing. Okay. And they doing what they doing. And you're like, bro, you see me standing here. So I'll say, excuse me. And one guy said, yeah, I hear you. And he looking at his phone. Next time I go into a store and somebody do that, if somebody out here and they see them and they do that, if I see somebody doing that, I'm going to pull out my phone and start recording and see how they like it. Would that be disrespectful? No, there's cameras in the store anyway. It's not illegal. So yeah, I'll pull out my phone and start recording. But yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys real quick. I'm not going to be on here too long. I'm just on here now because I said I would come on Sundays, and I like to be a man of my word. I said I'd come on Sundays at 7 o'clock, and I'm so swamped with a lot of stuff that I got to do. I'm a real estate agent. It's time for me to renew my license, and I got to take this 45-hour course, and I've been really pushing it. So I do several different things besides being on here. Real estate agent, carpet installer. I rent out dumpsters. So yeah, I do a variety of things, and then I still find time to come on here and talk to you guys, all 5 of y'all right now. So, which is cool with me. It's all love. I appreciate y'all even being here and taking time out your day to be here with me. I really do appreciate that, and thank you guys for that. And every thumbs up I get, every piece of support, follower, subscriber, everything I get, I really do appreciate it. It's not easy to get up here and just talk. It's not easy, and it's very time consuming when you put out this content and you spend all these hours editing these videos. It's much harder when you first starting out because you can't afford to hire a crew to edit for you and assist you, and nobody sends me content. I have to get out there and find it and do what I do. So when somebody responds to you and give you a like or a thumbs up or a follow or a subscribe or a comment, I do respond to all my comments. And when somebody do that, it's so appreciative because I work so hard to put it out there. And all you guys, the ones that give me advice on what y'all feel I should be doing or could be doing better, I appreciate that too. As long as it's constructive criticism, I do accept that, and I appreciate that as well. So yeah, just letting y'all know that, appreciate that. Yeah. But those are the things that bother me. Some of the things that bother me when I'm out and about and interacting with people. But for the most part, I would say 90% of the people that I come across are decent people, but you always come across those few, and those the ones that really like, oh, really? Or like I was in Family Dollar the other day, I don't know, getting some bleach. I don't know what I was getting, something. And this young lady come in, and she was a nice looking female, and then another lady come in, and the lady said that the older lady said that the younger lady bumped into her. And when she opened her mouth, the younger lady opened her mouth, and the things that came out of her mouth, like, please, you better be. And when she spoke, he looked totally different. She was attractive when she walked in the door, but when she spoke, that brought her down. The way she looked, that brought her down. She didn't look the same. She looked like she was just being a rude. She looked foolish. Then the older lady let her know in no uncertain words that she's got a concealed carry and she's not going to be fighting with her. And I'm like, whoa. I was so caught up in the moment, I didn't even pull my phone out, or I would have recorded it. But, it was crazy to see something like that. And sometimes it's embarrassing when I see people, especially our people, when I see our people out here acting crazy and unnecessarily foolish like that, because I've been in lines in stores and people will come up and they'll get in front of me. I've had that happen. And it's like, it's no big deal to me. And even if I'm in a hurry, I'm like, okay, maybe you're in a bigger hurry than me. Maybe you got a bigger emergency than me. Or maybe you're just a rude person. Either way it go, after this moment in my day, I never have to deal with you again. So why would I take it to an unnecessary level? I never have to see you again in life, probably. So, I look at it. I've learned to look at life in a more objective manner. The glass is half full, so to speak. Like, hey, it's not as bad as it looked. Kind of like that Puffy situation. I don't know his whole situation, or whether he did what they saying he did, or the Puffy Flavors camp, things he's supposed to done. But I do know he made some good music. So did R. Kelly. But, I do know that it's starting to look a certain way. When they did Bill Cosby the way they did, it was just odd. He tried to buy CBS and now he's facing all this stuff. Women coming out the woodwork from 30 years ago. It's crazy. Then R. Kelly, he's ready to get his masters. He's trying to get his masters and start his own music label or whatever he was trying to do. And then it's funny how after that, you got this surviving R. Kelly thing going on. And now, Puffy, I think the situation with Puffy, this is just my personal view. They knew for years what he was doing and what was going on with him. But it was no big deal as long as he was making money for them. But when he started to let them know that, hey, I'm Puffy, I do what I want to do. And if you don't like it, I'll break off and find my own label or start my own label, because he was popular enough. He was known. He was powerful enough to start his own label. And when he started to do that, they said, okay, well, we'll call up our friends over here at so-and-so, the bureau, or whoever, and we'll get the ball rolling on you. And that's just my personal opinion. It could be, it could be. Then, you got Cat Williams, and my personal take on that is Cat Williams could be unknowingly or knowingly working for them. However, it's kind of like, let's put it out there and make you think that you're not working for us, but you really are. The game runs so many different ways with twists and turns. You just never know how things are until you know. I'm not in that circle. For us regular people that's not in that circle, you never know what's really going on and how things really are. You just never know until you know. The game runs deep. So, then you got, who else we got? Meek Mills. Wow. I don't know what to say about that one. But you never know. And then you got 50 Cent. Now, 50 Cent, he found out his baby mama is a 304. Puffy, they saying Puffy running a S camp. And he's running a S, and I don't know. Puffy is more like a trick. He's more like a John. He's more like he's paying. He's the one paying. He's not collecting money. When you say S ring, that puts me in the frame of mind that somebody is putting. If you got a bunch of girls and you running an S ring, that puts me in the frame of mind, because Chicago is where all the pimps come from. If everybody don't know, anyway. That puts me in the frame of mind where, now they don't all come from Chicago, but it started here. Anyway, that puts me in the frame of mind that you got a S ring going on, then that means you collecting money. And that wasn't the case with Puffy. He was the one paying the money. So you got like a John, a Trick, and a 304 situation there. So he's not the, he's paying the money. So, as far as him forcing people or forcing women to do this and do that, that's Puffy. There's so many women out here, or men, or whatever that's willing to do whatever he wants them to do because of who he is. He don't have to force anybody to do anything. And if he was forcing, did they not have a chance to walk away after the first time, second time, third time? I don't know. I mean, it's not far as the cameras. I can see that. He's, again, puffy. He's wealthy. He's powerful. He can afford to put cameras all through his house, hidden cameras here and there, and record. We know somebody else who did a lot of recording and had blackmails on a lot of people. I blackmailed a lot of people. That other female, Diego Hoover did it. Had lots of dirt on people. So, people do it. And, so that goes to show you the difference between wealth and power. He had power, but not true power. He had wealth, but not really power. I would say somebody like Trump. Trump has power. Trump has power. He's got, I don't even know if I should even be speaking on this stuff. YouTube's so sensitive about everything you say. It's crazy. But I'm not going to be on here too much longer. I just appreciate y'all for even tuning in. The little time y'all tuned in. And this is Mr. Maxwell. Talk to you later. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share. Questions, thumbs up, thumbs down. Either way, I wish you well.